Last night's episode of The View exploded into chaos when Chris Pratt declared, "I'm done with this show," and walked off after Sunny Hostin attacked his faith and family values. The Guardians of the Galaxy star didn't just leave quietly. He exposed something about religious discrimination in Hollywood that left Sunny scrambling for damage control. But what started as promotion for his new animated film would reveal why several Christian actors have been blacklisted from the show. The ABC studios felt hostile from the moment Pratt arrived. The actor was there to discuss his new family-friendly animated project, but Sunny Hostin had prepared an ambush about his church affiliation and traditional values. A production assistant later revealed that Sunny had specifically said, "Time to expose the Christian hypocrite." Therefore, when the cameras rolled, Pratt could already sense the attack coming. The show opened normally with the panel discussing current events. Pratt waited backstage, and staffers noticed him praying quietly before his entrance. When Whoopi announced, "Please welcome Chris Pratt," he walked out to mixed applause, some audience members notably cold. He hugged each host warmly, but Sunny's embrace was visibly stiff. "Chris, welcome to The View," Whoopi said warmly. "Tell us about your new animated film." But before Pratt could answer, Sunny interrupted. "Actually, I want to talk about something else first. Chris, you attend a church that many consider anti-LGBTQ. How do you reconcile that with working in inclusive Hollywood?" she asked pointedly. Pratt's smile faded. "I'm here to discuss my film, Sunny. It's about bringing families together," he said calmly. "But your church divides families. Gay kids are rejected by religious parents following your church's teachings," Sunny pressed immediately. "That's absolutely false. My church welcomes everyone. I've never heard anything but messages of love and acceptance," Pratt replied firmly. "Love and acceptance while believing homosexuality is a sin," Sunny challenged. Therefore, the attack was immediate and personal. The audience shifted uncomfortably. Joy Behar tried to interject, but Sunny waved her off. "My faith teaches me to love everyone. Period. No conditions," Pratt said. "That's convenient doublespeak. You can't claim to love people while supporting institutions that oppress them," Sunny accused. Pratt stood up slowly. "You know what's oppressive? Attacking someone's faith on national television. Religious freedom means something in this country," he said. "Sit down, Chris. We're having a discussion," Sunny said dismissively. "No, we're not. You're persecuting me for being Christian." "There's a difference," Pratt replied. But then he revealed something stunning. "You know what your researchers didn't tell you? I donate millions to LGBTQ youth homeless shelters. I personally fund programs for kids rejected by families." "But that doesn't fit your narrative, does it?" he said. Sunny looked caught off guard. "That doesn't change your church's stance," she said weakly. "My church's stance is love. Your stance seems to be hatred toward anyone of faith. Which is more harmful?" Pratt asked. He turned to the audience. "I came here to talk about a movie for kids. Instead, I'm being attacked for believing in God. This is religious discrimination, plain and simple," he told them. "It's accountability," Sunny claimed. "No, it's bigotry," Pratt corrected. "You're doing exactly what you accuse religious people of doing, judging and condemning based on beliefs." Therefore, he'd flipped the narrative completely. But Pratt wasn't done. "You want to know something? 3 Christian actors canceled appearances here after seeing how you treated others. You've created a hostile environment for people of faith," he revealed. "That's not true," Sunny protested. Mark Wahlberg, Denzel Washington, and Candace Cameron Bure all refused to come back. "Want to know why?" Pratt asked. Whoopi looked uncomfortable. "Chris, let's calm down," she suggested. "I am calm. I'm also done being silent while my faith is mocked and misrepresented," Pratt replied. He pulled out his phone. "This is a message from a gay couple who attend my church. They want you to know they've never felt unwelcome." "Should I read more testimonials?" he asked. "Those are anecdotal," Sunny said desperately. "And your accusations aren't? You've never been to my church. You've never met my pastor. You're spreading hate based on internet rumors," Pratt said. The confrontation escalated when Pratt revealed something devastating. "You know what's ironic? Your husband is Catholic. The Catholic Church's official stance on homosexuality is identical to my church's. But you don't attack your own husband's faith, do you?" he said. Sunny's face went red. That's different, she stammered. How? Explain how your husband's Catholicism is acceptable, but my Christianity isn't, Pratt demanded. She couldn't answer. The hypocrisy was glaring. But Pratt had more ammunition. You claim to fight discrimination while discriminating against Christians. You claim to promote tolerance while being intolerant of faith. You're everything you claim to oppose, he said. I don't discriminate against Christians, Sunny protested. Really? Name one conservative Christian you've treated respectfully on this show. One, Pratt challenged. The silence was deafening. Even her co-hosts couldn't defend her. But then Pratt delivered the killing blow. I looked up your segments. In the past year, you've attacked Chris Evans for playing a Christian character respectfully. You mocked Tim Tebow for praying. You called faith-based films propaganda. But sure, you don't discriminate, he said. He stood to leave. I'm done with this show. I'm done pretending that anti-Christian bigotry is acceptable because it comes from the left, he declared. You're being dramatic, Sunny accused. Am I? You brought me here to attack my faith, not discuss my work. That's not dramatic. That's discrimination, Pratt replied. He looked directly at the camera. To everyone watching, whatever you believe or don't believe, you deserve respect. Faith isn't hatred. And anyone who tells you otherwise is selling their own form of intolerance, he said. This is why people have issues with evangelical Christians, Sunny said desperately. And this is why people have issues with Hollywood liberals. You preach tolerance, but practice persecution, Pratt shot back. He walked toward the exit, but stopped for one final statement. My faith teaches me to forgive you, Sunny. But it doesn't require me to sit here and take your abuse. There's a difference between turning the other cheek and being a punching bag, he said. The audience erupted in mixed reactions. Many applauded Pratt, others sat stunned. But everyone knew they'd witnessed something significant. We'll be right back, Whoopi said quickly, but the damage was done. Within minutes, #PrattExposesHostin was trending worldwide. Christian organizations shared clips with messages of support. But surprisingly, many LGBTQ voices also defended Pratt, confirming his charitable work. The revelation about Sunny's husband's Catholicism while attacking Pratt's Christianity went viral. The hypocrisy was too blatant to ignore. Memes comparing Catholic doctrine to Pratt's church's beliefs flooded social media, showing them to be nearly identical. ABC received thousands of complaints about religious discrimination. Christian groups threatened boycotts. Several faith-based advertisers pulled their support immediately. Pratt released a statement. I love all people. My faith teaches me that. I won't apologize for believing in God, and I won't let anyone use my faith as a weapon against me. Religious freedom matters. The statement resonated across religious lines. Muslims, Jews, and Christians united in supporting Pratt's stance against religious discrimination. The conversation shifted from his specific church to broader issues of faith-based bigotry in media. Sunny attempted damage control the next day. I was raising important questions about inclusion, she said. But the audience was hostile. Several people walked out when she began speaking. The show's ratings plummeted among religious viewers, a significant demographic. ABC executives held emergency meetings about the show's anti-religious bias. New guidelines about discussing faith were implemented. But the deeper impact was on Hollywood's treatment of Christian actors. Pratt had exposed a blacklist many suspected but couldn't prove. Christian actors began speaking out about discrimination they'd faced. The incident became known as the Pratt Stand. It marked a turning point in how media treats religious faith. The casual mockery of Christianity that had become commonplace faced real pushback. Sunny's credibility on discrimination issues was destroyed. How could she claim to fight bigotry while practicing it against Christians? The contradiction was too fundamental to overcome. Within weeks, The View announced they would add a conservative Christian voice to the panel for balance. The acknowledgement that they'd been biased was implicit but clear. Chris Pratt's career, rather than suffering, exploded. His family film became a massive success, particularly in markets Hollywood often ignored. He'd proven that standing for faith could be powerful rather than problematic. But most importantly, he'd exposed the acceptable bigotry of anti-Christian sentiment in entertainment. He'd shown that discrimination is discrimination, regardless of the target. That tolerance must include tolerating faith, not just fashionable beliefs. The empty chair Pratt left became symbolic of the space faith deserves in public discourse. Not dominance, but respect. Not special treatment, but equal treatment. The recognition that attacking someone's deeply held beliefs isn't journalism or comedy, it's cruelty. Years later, the incident would be studied as a moment when religious discrimination in media finally faced consequences. When Chris Pratt didn't just walk off The View, but walked away with dignity intact, leaving Sunny Hostin's credibility in ruins and sparking a national conversation about who really practices tolerance in America.